record button.
Boom. Boom. Okay. Sweet.
All right. I just started the stream.
Beautiful.
I am going to quickly throw the message of the day up for those watching at home. They can pause the video and read this if they'd like. So you can go ahead.
All right. So
he's way up there. Okay. All right. Everybody is ready. Now Rook is up. You've got a martial character right here in front of you. Actually, both martial characters. Yeah, the one in robes died. That's right. Captain Bane killed that guy.
Target. Start. Boom. Boom. Okay. Cool. Target this guy. I don't want to waste any spells on these losers. So I'm just gonna...
Death by cantrip.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. But no, I'm gonna use my flame tongue.
How nice.
Flame tongue. So, yay.
Right. That is a hit.
Cool.
All right. As the sword comes crashing down.
And then I'm gonna just kind of back off here.
That didn't do the 2d6 fire. Interesting. I see it on you. Yeah, for some reason that did not.
2d6?
Yeah, it didn't do the extra 2d6 flame damage.
Oh. Do I have to put like an effect on?
It is an effect, and I saw that it was on you.
Yeah, it's attuned and everything.
All right, I just put it on you again. Let me see, does that change? Can you roll damage for me again?
Sure.
Just to see. I'll take that initial 5 off him.
Oh, I like that.
Huh. It still didn't roll the 2d6.
God damn it.
Well.
Should I just roll 2d6?
Yeah, roll 2d6. I'll figure out why it's not doing it.
What?
All right. An extra 6 damage.
I'll roll a 6.
Get that 5 back. Yep. All right, we'll fix that. Okay, and then you're going to step back, eat an opportunity attack?
I don't care.
Okay. All right, so as you step backwards after launching some flame into this guy, he kind of, with his shield, he sees you moving backwards and he takes a quick shot at you as you try to get away.
Oh. Try.
Where is he? Sympathetic. Interesting. Okay. Well. Oh, and he'll get a hit.
Oh, damn it. I was feeling lucky.
A little bit of damage, a little bit.
Ooh.
Not bad. So he gives you a little pokey stab as you go. All right, let's see who's next. All right, this guy down below is up, and he's not looking too good. He's gonna kill them. I'll report to the leaders. And you see him run. 10, 15, 20, 25. And then he is gonna dash.
He wasn't standing next to me, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, this one is going to take a shot. He knows where that lightning came from. That's who he's going to shoot at. He is going to have advantage because nobody can see him. And you see someone in the trees appear just long enough to take a quick shot at Captain Bane. Oh, and that is going to hit. And then they'll take the second shot now that you can. Oops, and he'll definitely miss that shot. And then he is going to attempt to hide back into the tree. Oh, and he succeeds. All right. Bubble is now up.
Right. The guy I don't know if yeah, I don't have control of Bubble's token.
Oh, let's see. How about now?
No. Oh.
Maybe did that do it?
Yes. Great. Thank you.
All right.
Let's see. So which one of the trees did an arrow just come out of?
It was this one.
Would ma'am be able to shout out and ask Nyx if they're planning to chase down the guy who's escaping, or is that something she'd have to do on her turn?
Yeah, you can. If it's something you can say, within 6 seconds, that's fine. You can.
Yeah, ma'am just kind of shouts out towards Nyx. You going after that one, or you want Bubble to go after him?
I thought there was more than one. I'll go after that one.
Then if Nyx is going after the fleeing one, I'm gonna have Bubble go to that tree and try to search for the guy that's hiding.
Okay. All right.
So that was this tree? Was that correct?
Yep. All right. So he can do either perception or investigation. It doesn't look like.
I'm guessing perception. I think has advantage on checks that rely on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. So we'll do that.
Oh, perfect. Yep. Okay. So give yourself advantage and go ahead
and perception. Nice.
Ooh, that's good. So he does look through and he doesn't see anybody.
All right. Fair enough. I think that took my full fly speed to get down there. So Bubble's just gonna hang out. And then that's Bubble's turn.
Okay. Let's see. Twitchy is not here. I'm gonna remove Twitchy from the combat tracker here. All right. Let's see. This one's got minimalist breaches. Okay. Well, this one is still hidden, so they are gonna get advantage on this shot. And you see another tricky little person pop out from behind the tree to all of your rights left on the map and take a shot at Captain Bane. That is going to hit. You see the arrow fly true, catches him in the shoulder. And then he's going to take another shot, but you can see him, so just not. And that is going to miss. And you see them try to melt back into the tree. He pulls one of the branches down, hoping to. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to roll this now. Yeah, not so much. As he's pulling the branch down, the branch breaks in front of him and just totally leaves him exposed there. Shit.
Not ones for stealth. Fellas.
And Mayhem is up.
How high up is that person?
10 feet.
Great. Mayhem just looks over and smiles. As she runs over, she gets big. So we'll do my giant smite.
Jesus.
And with Ma'am being large now, is she tall enough to whack this guy out of the tree?
Yeah, you're like eye level now.
Great.
And they're like,
this is exactly how
says,
I wanted it to go.
Hi there. And let's see, what do I want to? I think, we'll do my booming blade attack first.
This poor guy.
I know, right?
The whole tree's gonna like.
That's a hit.
Yeah,
I'll do my giant's might damage on this.
Oof.
So that'll be an extra d6. Oh, I should put that on myself as well. And this will be my booming blade. Oh, oh, okay. Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Great.
Holy fuck.
Not the strongest of bats.
Only exceeded by 1.
Attack damage. That was literally just my booming blade damage.
Yeah, that was just the cantrip damage. No giant
Amazing.
No weapon damage.
Amazing. Ma'am will look just a little bit disappointed and step down to this guy and take her second attack.
All right.
Boom. I wish I had popcorn for this. Just watching.
That's gonna hit.
And this will just be a regular, which is still pretty chunky. Yep. Oh, all right.
Oh, he's a strong boy.
He's not bad. He's not bad. A little
Ma'am just looks down and says, yeah, this should be a little bit more fun. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Let's see. Amos is going to fly and hide. Let's see. What do you have? Yeah, that's pretty good. Amos disappears into one of the trees. And Nyx is up.
Alrighty. I said that I was chasing after the guy that was running away. So, how fast do I run now? I don't know. Launch me towards the guy that's running away.
All right, let's see. What is your normal speed here? 50 feet. So let's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That's 50.
Then I'll just use feline agility, and that doesn't have anything. I'll just double it to get to him.
Okay.
Awesome. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna kill him. I was gonna be like,
do it.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, put him down. No, I'm just gonna kill him. I'm gonna like take the cat sword and just slash. So.
All right. Let's go ahead and target, and the cat sword comes out, and he's like, "No, hang on."
In Emperor Palpatine's words, do it.
Oh, and he's getting the poison. Oh, that's not nice. All right, second attack. That is definitely gonna hit. Oh, he's already dead. Well, and he didn't get poisoned.
Ah.
All right. Well,
quick, slash.
What would just suffer?
So, how many feet total did I move?
That's an excellent question. So 55, 10, 15, 20, 25. You moved 25 feet with your feline agility, so you still have 25 more.
Can I get to that person in the tree to my right?
20, 25. You can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get close. And again, they're 10 feet up, so you're about 10 feet away from here.
I don't think I have any bonus actions that.
I mean, you could.
I guess I could
You
do.
could Misty Step, but it just gets you next to him. It doesn't.
Right.
need
But
that.
yeah, that counts. So I am gonna actually. Well, I don't need to Misty Step. I could just do Step of the Wind, right? Just use my key point,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll just leap up the tree and go right next to him and just be like a peekaboo. That'll be my turn.
Hey. Hi. All right. Captain Bane is up. He's not happy. And he's gonna make this guy pay for his taunt. And how shall he do that? What's he gonna do? You know what? He's just gonna Eldritch Blast him. He's gonna hit him with 3 Eldritch Blasts. Or he's gonna try to. All right, there's one. Oh, and he misses. Okay. He doesn't like that. So he is going to use a sorcery point. Yeah, he's going to do that. He's going to use a sorcery point to quicken a casting of immolation. He's gonna burn this guy. He's gonna burn him right out of the world, or at least he's gonna try to. Oh, he saves. Okay, I'll take half that. Oh,
woo!
And Bane is visibly disappointed that this guy did not just die. As you see fire just like start coming out from underneath his armor, and you see him, fuck. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, it's this person's turn. And so this is the one right next to Nyx. This one's visibly afraid, and you see them drop their longbow and like with shaky hands pulls out a short sword. Get away! And it's going to attack Nyx with the short sword. Probably not the smartest thing it's ever done, but. Oh, all right. Gonna do a little bit of damage, and it's gonna swing it with a second. Oh, look at that! He's gonna get a couple of little shots, and oh, he does max damage on that one. You get away now! Get away! I don't want to have to kill you. And that's his turn.
Ma'am just shouts from over where she is. You didn't want to kill us. What are you trying to do?
He just wanted to nag us. That's all they wanted. No friends of mine.
I just wanted you to leave. You're not supposed to be here. All right, and you see another one of these little people pop out of a tree here. And they also are going to take a shot at the spellcaster here. And they were hidden, so this is an advantage. And he's still going to miss. But he'll knock another arrow and miss again. And then he's going to see if he can... Oh, yeah. You see him fade away into the tree again. All right. Zwasos feels like he's had quite enough of this. He's going to fly over a little bit so he can get on the map. And he's going to look down at this guy here. You picked a fight with the wrong folk band! And he's going to Eldritch Blast him. I think I can find it. There we go. I'm just gonna hit. Oh, for minimum damage. Second one comes flying in. That'll hit. For maximum damage. Oh, and that kills him. You see him take the blast right in the chest and just and knocks him back over dead. And so Zwasos will shoot his third Eldritch Blast over at this guy who thinks they're hiding in the tree, but are not hiding very well. Wow, and that will hit. It does a little bit of damage. And then Zwasos is gonna, well, Zwasos flew pretty far to get there, so he's just gonna hang out where he is. This guy gurgles, and that's about it. Let's see. Okay, so it is this guy's turn. He just took an Eldritch Blast to the face. He's not liking how this is going. I give up. I don't want to play anymore. And he throws his bow down, and you see him clamber down out of the tree and start running away. He's going to get about that far. All right, Naruk, you are up.
All right, I'm going to target him. I'm going to cast Psychic Lance on his ass.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Do the save, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Going from I'm not using a spell slot on these guys to
Yeah,
a
no,
5th level spell.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah,
I
he
had
just
to.
like obliterates. Like his head just exploded as he's running away. Like
I've
that
seen
scene
it
in
like
the
from
Running
above the
Man,
trees.
and his collar explodes. He's just running, and then
I was gonna do it to the person in front of me, but they died too quick, so I had to do it to somebody.
All right. And does Newark want to do anything else? You want to move? Do you
No,
want
I just want to laugh.
Let's see. So this guy sees what's going on, and he is going to do his best to stay hidden. Not bad, not bad. Naruk, do you have a higher passive perception than 18? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right. Naruk can see this guy hiding in the tree now. Nobody else can really see him, but Naruk can. He thinks he's pretty well hidden, though. All right, Bubble is
yeah,
up.
I do. Okay. I always forget where to find that. I found it though. Okay.
So Bubble doesn't know that this person is directly in front of him, correct?
Yeah, Bubble can't see him, but you did see him shoot an arrow from that tree, so you're reasonably sure he's there. You can't see him because he's
I'm gonna do another check to try and see it.
Okay.
Can see him
with advantage.
Yes.
He rolled a 24 last time. That's why that 22 didn't.
I figured that was Damn, Bubble.
Bubble.
Where's that 22 this time?
I know, right? Bubble still can't see him, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
All right. Unless is Bubble doing anything else? You want to?
Nope, that's it for Bubble.
Very good.
Let's see. So as far as I'm aware, there's just the one fighting Nyx and the one from that tree. Are there any other like shots that have flown out that haven't been dealt with?
Yep, you know that someone shot from this tree and then disappeared back into the branches.
All right. Let's I'm gonna go over here.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Come out, wherever you are. Could I try and grapple someone that I can't see?
I think so. Right? It's just disadvantage, isn't that?
Okay. Well, I've got advantage right now from Giant's Might.
Let's see. Can you attack a hidden creature? Yeah. When you attack a target you can't see, you have disadvantage on the roll. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so I just want to reach a big hand in here and try and grab this guy.
Okay. Very good.
So should I just make a I know you've said there's no way to do like a forced. Should I just do an athletics check?
Oh yeah, would it forces which one from them?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Oh, okay. Then you should just be able to use the grapple.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It should do that automatically?
Did you target me?
I did. Yep.
Okay, cool. Grapple. Oh.
What? You do have a target. Well, I'm not. I mean, you've got like a plus what to that?
+8.
Yeah, they can't. There's no way. There's no way they can beat that. So
Great.
you reach in and like suddenly you've just like, hey, and you grab a hold of an arm. Hey, let go.
Great. Ma'am just pulls this person out from the trees, and is just gonna hold them like above the ground and say, if you're serious about wanting this to end, I suggest you all drop your bows, get out of your little hiding spots, and let's have a conversation.
Okay. He dropped this one you got in your hand, like drops the longbow. Okay. I give up.
And ma'am just kind of glances over at the other trees. And that's gonna be ma'am's turn.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's so as he's just hiding. Amos is he's hiding. Just gonna hang out right there. Yep. All right. Nix, you're up. You can see this this person in front of you. They're already like holding their sword out, like with their hands up. They look like they're about ready to drop the sword.
I push him out the tree.
Very good. Yeah, go ahead and give me a shove on that.
You got it, roll.
Yeah, I got it. I don't even know if I need to. I think you're probably just gonna but I'll do it anyway. Oh, come on. Wait a minute, why do you only have a +1 on your shove? Oh, it's strength based, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
So he does one of the moves of like,
yeah. Right. So he dodges at the last second, and you get some of him. And as he starts to fall out of the tree, he like reaches out and just grabs a branch. So now like he's ready to drop the sword, and his other hand is like precariously holding on to a branch. His eyes is super wide, and you have another attack. If you'd like to do something else.
I just slowly extend my claws around the hand that I'm holding the bench, and I'm like, just drop, just go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you can just break the branch that he's holding on.
Yeah. Oh god.
And there's this like diehard moment where his eyes just go wide and he's like, and he just starts to fall backwards. And I mean he only falls 15 feet. He is gonna take a little bit of fall damage. Oh, he's gonna take
Yeah, they're just like one little bump. And like when I'm up there and I see that he just goes thud. I'm like, see, just a little bump. Just go down.
And he does drop the sword on the way down. Oh, let's.
Can I look over and see how
Okay, he doesn't
Bubbles
land on it.
doing?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, does he land on the sword?
Yeah,
That would
he
be
rolled a
great.
1. He was gonna land on his own
Oh,
sword.
I would have loved that.
Is Bubbles okay? Like if I look over in the next tree, like are they good?
I mean, you look over. What's your passive person? Yeah, yeah. So you look over into the tree and you see Bubble like flitting around looking, but you don't see anything else.
Okay. So, well, I will like go forward in the tree just so people can like see my face, like and not just like a blur in the tree, and be like, I got one, and then look around, just like keep looking to make sure nothing else is gonna ambush us over here.
Okay. All right. So you are. You know, you're not using your bonus action for anything else. I'll let you make a perception check if you want.
Yeah, sure, why not? But you gotta roll it for me.
Yep. No.
Ah,
Not very perceptive and not very strong
Yeah.
today.
little distracted. All right, let's see. All right, Captain Bane. I don't like getting hit by arrows. I'm gonna count to 3. I'm gonna count to 6, and anyone who doesn't come out is gonna get blasted with lightning.
that's fair.
Let's see. Does he have? Yeah, why not? He's gonna do an intimidation check. He's gonna try to intimidate. Oh yeah. Oh.
Nice.
No, yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. Clean arms. Yeah, this one has already and he's on the ground, and you see his hands just like go up. I give up. I'm sorry. And that is his turn. This one who's still in the grasp of Ma'am, just like go slack. I give up. I'm sorry. My bad. Let's see. Zwasos is gonna fly down. You know what? He's gonna I think he's got about that much movement, and he's gonna see if he can see. I know you're in that tree. Where are you? And you can't see anybody in the tree.
Both of those were so close to being an 18.
I know. All right, Naruk, you
Hello.
are up.
All right. Is Ma'am still holding Cute Blazer?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I throw a dagger at Cute Blazer?
I mean, if you want.
I just want to. I'm having too much fun.
Everyone's looking around for people, and nobody notices as Naruk is slowly pulling a dagger from his belt.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah. Hey, what the fuck? For minimum
Okay.
damage.
Wait,
It sticks in his arm. This guy's dagger sticking out of his right arm. Oh, fuck. He's like, you just gonna kill me? I don't want to die.
Nurk just, Ma'am just like holds him like, what are you doing?
Sorry. Impulsive move.
Okay.
Us camels have pole impulse control.
This guy sees that the guy who gave up just got a dagger thrown at him. He tries to like make himself a little bit smaller in the tree, and all you hear is crack, and the limb that he's sitting on just breaks, and he falls out of the tree.
Bubble, looking so studiously,
Yeah.
all of a sudden is startled.
So he lands pretty graceful. Like he lands on the ground, and he like immediately like stands up and looks around. He drops his longbow and puts his hands up. I give up. So let's see. So Bubble and Mam still have their turns left in this round, but all three of them have essentially given up here. So you can do something with your turn if you want, or we can end the initiative here.
I think we're good. Mam is gonna kind of just give this guy a look and set him down.
Okay.
And maybe try to gather everyone up. Kind of in this little clearing here.
Okay.
Now let's have a conversation.
I have some chains if we want to like just chain them up and make sure they don't like run off or do anything smart, stupid, or
You wouldn't do anything stupid now, would you?
And they all like look at each other, and they start shaking their heads. They're like, no.
Very well.
Yeah, good.
Cool. No chains needed.
Cute Blazer just kind of looks down on his arm where the dagger is sticking out of it.
Bubble flies over and lands on the dagger.
Ah, shit. Ow. All right.
Bubble prunes tauntingly.
That would hurt, like just like a dagger, like in you, just like slightly moving up and down.
Yeah.
That would hurt so much.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Oh,
Ow.
I almost feel bad about doing that.
Almost.
Right.
So, can we go? Said I was sorry.
Matt, you're the biggest one here. Maybe you should ask the questions.
Want me to? All right. Yeah. So, what's the big idea? What's going on here?
So Cute Blazer and Offensive Scream both like turn to Clean Arms, and Clean Arms kind of looks at both of them. This area is restricted. You're not supposed to be here. And he kind of like he wants to like say it challengingly, but he's like, he's a little cowed by what just happened. So you're not supposed to be here.
Says who?
Says the boss. But and he looks down at one of the armored guys, but I guess he's dead now, so I guess.
So what are you? Just like bandits or something? You're just what's your aim? Why isn't anyone allowed here?
I don't know. We're paid guards. We're just supposed to watch in case there's trouble and keep keep people out of here. I don't know. I don't know why.
Paid by who?
Paid by Boss Man.
Oh God. And that's Boss Man? Man points at the dead body.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who the boss man was. I didn't know if it was the guy whose brains splattered amongst the tree line. Or
what about that one there was running off to go tell the boss, weren't they?
I guess so. That's what he said. He said he was gonna tell somebody. Probably whoever I guess hired him. Maybe.
Is that different than who they're referring to as the boss man?
Yeah. The boss man that they're referring to is the guy who's dead in the clearing. He was the one who mocked Bane. The other guy, like, obviously was going to someone else. So,
I'm gonna have Bubble fly over and start going through the boss man's pockets.
okay. And you see there's a number of gold coins. There are 26 gold coins, and a few of them look a little different than most of the gold coins you've seen. They have what looks to be a Z on it with a crown.
Make like a history check?
Yeah.
Or is that anything I would have any experience with, or anyone else? I'll show them to Naruk.
So you
seen anything like these?
You can each do a history check, or one of you can do one with advantage.
I've got a plus.
Had history, like proficiency. Can you double check that?
I'm half proficient. Does that count?
Yep. Oh yeah, you're a jack of all trades. You can.
Yeah.
Nix, you are not.
Just do
proficient with
advantage.
history.
That's one.
Okay.
I've got a +6. What's yours?
Plus 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So Naruk can help Ma'am with the history check.
Okay. Sweet.
All right, sounds good.
So yeah, Ma'am kind of holds him down to Naruk. What? You ever seen anything like this?
Oops.
Oh,
Oh, you got it. It's fine. And Naruk kind of looks at it, and you look at it, and I know it's your rule, but I'll say Naruk says, with your days in the guild, you have seen coins like that before, but you're not necessarily sure what the significance of the minting is.
Oh, sorry. I just rolled a d20. That didn't add my +6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm like, that's not right. Yeah, so I think that
was actually
a bit
23.
higher.
Okay, all right. Then yes. So, did you dropped a 4? Okay, so Naruk has seen them before, and mentions that he has seen them in some of his dealings with the guild, and something about that triggers a memory from you of hearing something of one of the factions of this area. One of the factions of Faerun, one of the major factions, does from time to time print their own gold. At the time you heard that, you weren't aware of the factions and what they meant, but now knowing what you know and recalling that little tidbit, you're fairly certain that this is a gold coin minted by the Zhentarim.
Yes. I had a feeling I'd remember that.
Yes. Unfortunately, we had to deal with the Zhentarim a lot in the Eye of Southall.
Yeah, well, that seems about right. Right, Nix?
Huh? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Well, seems like these guys were likely hired by the Zhentarim.
Would be safe to say.
That seems to follow our.
That follows everything. And I'm just gonna take one step closer to the people that. I'm just gonna take one step closer. And I'm just like,
yeah.
And I'm just gonna leer.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just leering over their shoulder.
I'm gonna have you do an intimidation check with advantage.
All right.
Well, so you're like leaning over them and you're like dripping blood down onto them because you still got a couple of wounds going on, and they're like looking at you. They're looking over at everyone else, and you can see that. You can see that Clean Arms seemed to get a little bit more fidgety when you guys started talking about the Zhentarim.
So, what you doing with the Zhentarim?
And like, you know, two of the scouts are like, we don't work for the Zhentarim. And you see Clean Arms look at both of them and I've never heard of the Zhentarim.
How close is Clean Arms to me?
He's within 5 feet.
I whack him on the back of the head.
He's gonna take 1 damage on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if I were to pick you up by your feet and hang you upside down, we wouldn't see any of these Zhentarim coins falling out of your pockets now, would we?
I've seen man bonk people before. You don't want to be bonked by man.
He immediately looks down at his little coin purse on his side and then looks back up at you.
Conversations work best when all involved are honest.
Look, gold is gold.
Indeed. Gold
I
is
don't.
gold.
I mean, you know, they pay well. We never have to. I mean, this is the first time I've ever had to shoot my bow. Okay, maybe it was a bad idea, but you know, gold's hard to come by.
Yeah, counterfeit gold is even harder to come by.
It's still gold.
Zhentarim.
Man bites it. That's the old.
And it does kind of give the way that gold does. It does seem like real gold.
I guess that's how that works. I think it's real. I don't know. I never done that before.
That's like when I worked at the liquor store and I had got $100 bills. I did like the marker thing. And I would just look at it and sorry,
I'm not sure what you're looking for.
I guess
yeah,
that's right.
Like, okay, that's real.
Okay, that's real. That checks out.
Sorry, I don't know who's talking there.
So, you gonna kill us?
I was just about to say, Nix, this is your deal here. Do we let these folks go on their way, hoping they make better choices in the future? Or should we just take care of things here and now?
Can I try to knock one of them out? Just cold clock them real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, whichever one. I just try to knock whichever one in front of me.
All right. Offensive scream is in front of you. It's the one who tried to hide in the tree.
Yep.
Okay. So you are going to have advantage. This is going to be non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to punch them, right?
Yeah, just a punch.
It's gonna hit a little bit. Right, so you punch this one in front of you like so hard, and you just like he just kind of grabs his head. Ow! What was that for?
Oh, he didn't pass out? Shit.
No, he didn't knock him out. Two more of those and he'll be knocked out, though.
I'm just like, I wonder why. I think that they are alive, but we're just gonna tie them up and hang them up from the trees.
Yes, I'm not chaotic nor evil enough to kill. I respect life to a point.
And I'm chaotic enough to tie them up to the trees and let them have to fight their way out.
I'll explode their heads, but that's only combat.
Or you could just let us go. That'd be cool too.
No. Can't let you go.
Can't let you go right now. And I'm just gonna start tying up the one in front of me.
Okay. And you know, these two, the ones that weren't talking, they're totally just submissive. They let you tie them up. This other one, the Clean Arms, is like, whoa, hey, you, let's that we can work this out. You don't want to do that.
Do you want to go into the Feywild with us?
No, I definitely don't.
All right, so it's that or get tied up and left in a tree.
Wait,
Since you're so good at hiding in one.
Hold on just a second. One more question for you. You know anything about what the Zhentarim have been doing here? You spent some time? You seen their comings and goings?
We might let you go if you answer this question.
I mean,
or we'll let you go. We'll let you go.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. So you're going to either do a persuasion or deception check, depending on if you're telling the truth or not.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
So you choose whether you're actually going to let
what?
them go or not. You can do the roll.
Both are +9.
Yeah, it's whatever your intent is. The roll is exactly the same. It's just a matter of what your intent is.
This is where alignment comes into play, I guess. They're assholes, so I'm deception.
All right, his passive is 15, so you got to beat a 15 to deceive him.
Okay. Let's see.
All right. So he's like, okay. All right, I believe. You guys are the good guys. You'll let us go. Okay. I don't know what the point is of this, but they don't tell us anything. But I have seen people go, and he points at the stump. He's like, I have seen people go through the stump. They like walk in a circle and they just kind of get smaller and disappear. But there's more of them on the other side, and they're either gonna know you're coming or you're gonna need a pass.
A pass.
I'm assuming you guys don't have a pass.
From the Zhentarim, no, but they have me.
Okay, I'm just saying that there's another group on the other side, and if they don't know you're coming and you don't have a pass.
And so I just look at the two that haven't said anything, and I'm just gonna slowly drag them away to like the closest tree.
Well, hey now, hey, whoa! You said you were gonna let us go?
There's something I learned in the guild. In business, manners matter, and you were quite unmannered when we, had our first.
I don't know whether that's
talk.
clean arms, whatever. Like the ones that weren't talking, I'm gonna take them to the tree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one of their whatever daggers or whatever, and put one in each of their hands, and just be like, pat them on the head and say, "Good luck." And then I'm gonna take the guy that's clean arms, and I'm just gonna start walking towards the gate.
Oh no! Whoa! No! No! I can't. No! Oh no! I can't go in there.
What do you mean you can't go in there?
Because
Can I try to shove him and see what happens?
You try to shove him
into the gate, yeah. I know the gate is.
Yeah, and so Nix, while all this is going on, now that you have a moment to kind of look, like all these memories are just flooding back, repressed memories, and you remember from the other side. You remember that, like, and you look at the stump itself, and the rings of a tree are generally just that, they're rings, and they start small, and there's not a lot of space. When you look at this one, you realize that the rings of the tree are not actually rings at all. It's actually one big spiral, and the width of the spiral is about 2 or 3 feet wide. And you remember, if you walk the path of the spiral, that as you get closer to the center of the stump, like the width of the spiral gets smaller and smaller and smaller. But as you walk the circle, you as well get smaller and smaller and smaller until you reach the center, and that's the point at which you're now on the other side. And then you walk the spiral again outwards, getting bigger the whole time.
Cool. So I push him up onto the pedestal, the tree, right?
Yep.
And I'm just gonna start the spiral.
Ma'am is gonna say, Nix, just for a moment, consider if we send him to the Feywild ahead of us, he will be there for some amount of time in which this coward will likely tell those on the other side that we are coming. I understand your motivation, but I think we want the element of surprise.
I just shove him off.
You shove him off the stump.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's tied, so he just like falls like face down on the ground, just like with his hands tied behind his back. He just like face plants on the ground. What the fuck?
What do you get for being an asshole? Okay.
So we have one that's tied next to the stump, two in a tree.
Yeah, hanging. Yeah, totally tied up, daggers in their hands, hanging by their feet.
Yeah.
Neither one of them seems to be in any hurry to cut themselves loose while you're standing there.
Okay. And so I really do explain the whole like spiral situation to the group, and then like, yes, we need the element of surprise. I just noticed the time. I'm gonna have to get dressed and go to the bank.
Oh shit! Yep.
So yep. So I'll be.
Oh, yes.
Do you have an estimate of when we should look to come back from break?
15-ish. You guys can come back, but
That's
I don't. Yeah, you guys can be. Well, it's right down the street. You guys can come back and do whatever, but I'm going to be gone for a little bit, so I will follow you guys or lead you guys to the Feywild whenever.
Okay. Just come back at noon, since this is a very Nyx.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nyx should be here the whole time.
Yeah. This
Okay.
is kind of the Nyx backstory.
Right.
So
then I will be back.
Okay. And we'll take a half-hour brunch break, and I'll
Cool.
see you all back here at 12 o'clock.
Sweet.
Great.
All right.
Bye.
See you then.
See you then.
See you in a bit.
Unpause.
Do
Okay.
you remember back? Sorry, it just reminded me of
yeah.
like back in the day with like CDs. Like sometimes the last track would mysteriously be like 30 minutes long, but then like you get to like the last like
Yes.
Yeah.
like a
The
secret track.
Danzig one. Did you have that Danzig CD?
No, I had the Dookie.
Oh
Dookie
yeah,
had
that's
it.
right. The Green Day.
Yeah,
Yep.
they had like the masturbating song at the
Yeah, at the very. That's right. Yeah, Danzig did the same thing. If you waited like an hour or something like that on the last track, they played the like the released version of Mother, the one that's really nice.
Oh.
Compared to their actual version, which is less nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right. We are back. Welcome back.
And
Everyone stop trash talking Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's
Sorry,
definitely no trash
Masters.
talking going on.
Nope.
Yep. Everybody here is exactly the same way as Critical Role.
Yep. I don't know what that is, but Matthew Mercer can't do wrong.
Yep.
Somebody said that they probably have a non-defamation clause because they're sponsored by D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Fascinating.
Yep. So even though the OGL, they said, oh, no, nothing will be done if people, said anything. People who already have non-defamation clauses in their contracts, that probably doesn't apply to them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Just like, I don't know. It's just like the whole like legalese combined with this is just so gross.
So slimy.
So gross.
I did see one person. Yeah, just one last thing, and then we can move on.
Well,
I saw one
that
person.
is like Matt. Well, that and Matt and the whole like Critical Role gang have like multiple books with them now, so there has to be like clauses in that where they can't like speak on it, even though they wanted it to be like affordable and accessible to people. Like,
yeah. Yeah. So real quick, the last thing I wanna mention. Anyone else can jump in or whatever. But I saw a wonderful quote that says, did Wizards of the Coast really think they were going to sneak this legal thing by the group that literally coined the phrase "rules lawyer"?
Oh yeah, I read that.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, are we ready to move on here?
Absolutely.
All right, fantastic. So you are in the clearing. You've got 2 of these scouts tied up and hanging from their ankles, although they do have knives in their hands, so they can cut themselves free after you leave, probably.
Mhm.
And then you've got one face down in the dirt who seems to be not having a good time. And you're deciding whether or not, or how, or when, or whatever you want to pass over here into the Feywild.
Well, I said whenever everybody's ready, we can go in. So like, I'm just double checking my packs, make sure that everything is still strapped on me, that we still have rations, etc., etc.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely do. You all have. I think we looked last time. You have plenty of rations to get you through for a quick while.
Yeah, I think.
I just see Ma'am wiggling there on the map.
She inexplicably starts levitating a little bit. I think we're good, right?
I'm all set.
Do we want to just real quick check their pockets, make sure they don't have any kind of pass?
Oh.
Any what?
Damn, that's good.
Any what?
They were talking about a pass, so I don't know. We could check their pockets and see. I mean, what Bubble was checking the like the captain's or the boss man's pockets. Was it just the gold?
That's right. Yes. So just the gold. So you go through and you're checking everyone at this point. The scouts, they've got the little coin pocket purses there. There are mixed coins in there. Actually, I don't think I threw the last coins in the party sheet. Let me do that. I forget how many I said, but I'm gonna say 26. Does that sound right?
I think that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 26. So that's going to be 812. So all told, between the other scouts and the armored guys, you find in total probably about 70 gold pieces. And they're mixed. They're mixed from the regular gold pieces you're used to seeing kind of in the in this realm, as well as mixed in some Zhentarim coins as well. Each of them have at least one Zhentarim coin on them, but none of them have like just Zhentarim coins. Let's see, got another 70. How on the robed person, however, you do find what looks like a small scroll case. And assuming that you open it up,
yeah,
you do find what looks like, and it's really small. It's not like a regular size scroll case. It's like about half the length of a typical scroll case. And inside, you do find something that's written in a very flowery kind of script and language, and does have a seal at the bottom. But I think only 2 of you can read it. Let's see. Let's see who can read this. Narook can read this, but I'm willing to bet that Nyx can read this also. Yes. Yep. I think it's not saying Nyx because Nyx is not technically logged into the game. Okay, so Nyx and Narook can read this note. The rest of you can't read the language. But I'm going to paraphrase here, that it basically says that the holder of this has unlimited access passing through from the Feywild to the material plane.
Cool.
We got what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Feywild to the material plane.
Right.
Okay.
And the where the what's the word I'm looking for? I just said it a second ago. It has a seal. Where the seal is, it's almost like a signature, but it's just the letter F.
Like for Feywild.
You're not sure. It looks like it's some type of like a person's signature, like the way that it's the placement of it. It's like that's who's authorizing this note.
I see. Mr. Feywild. I don't know. Okay.
Huh.
Well then.
Have we seen this before?
No, and this isn't something you recognize either, Nix.
Huh.
You say you don't recognize this Nix.
No, but it looks like somebody's signature, so.
Yeah.
And it says from the Feywild to the material plane. I start like thinking of like all the people I know at the monastery and then all of the stories that we've heard of the Zhentarim. And it looks like a letter F, yeah?
Yeah. Just like a dash and then the letter F.
Do we know anybody with this starting at like an F sound?
Let's see. No. Yeah.
I know we know Farrelly, but she's gone.
Right.
Seems like it could be a new player, so to speak.
Yeah, new player indeed.
So, should we try and fake our way through with this thing?
I
Who
say
has
we
the
do.
best deception?
Yes.
Ma'am looks at Naruk.
Yeah. Me, maybe.
I look at the robes, and I look at Naruk, and I look back to the robes, and I look back at you, and I'm like,
I say, let's do it, and that is our ticket out of the
Yep.
Feywild. So
I carefully take off the cape and like the hood and everything, and I start putting it under.
Right, so it's not a perfect fit because Naruk is huge, and not exactly humanoid. Although he is, he's got the same amount of limbs and stuff. So it's an awkward fit, but it does kind of go over him.
Okay.
The most distinct group in the world.
World?
The camel with the ill-fitting robe. It's like, hi. Yeah,
hello. So wait.
never heard of them.
So before we go in, just let me say, I'm pretending to be F. Or
No,
what am I doing?
we just have like the leaders seem to have those cloaks and everything. So it's just like in
Okay.
Nix's brain, it's like you wear this and you have the scroll and you have permission and you're taking all of us with you into the.
Okay. And where are we going in the Feywild? We're going to your monastery.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just have to find out.
But is that, if they ask us, do we want to tell them that's where we're headed?
No, we were given. Well, we don't know anything, right? We're just the people hired. But Naruk, you're here. You were told to be here. I don't know. Maybe they'll give us a direction, and then we can sneak off towards the monastery. Maybe they'll send us to the monastery, anyways.
And wait, I should say that like I'm pretending to avoid. I'm not pretending. I'm avoiding the monastery. So tell me where the monastery is, so I don't go near it. But we
Maybe.
Maybe we just don't mention the monastery.
Okay, don't
Yeah,
say
maybe
anything.
maybe we just say we're here to help. Maybe we're like swapping out with them or something.
Oh, maybe we're reporting in.
Yeah.
We are reporting
and Nix, with all these memories that are flooding back, you can get to the monastery once you're on the other side. Like, you know the way.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know the way there. We gotta like
of
get
course.
through all the
Oh, yeah,
people on the other side.
Oh, yes, right. Well, that makes it easier. Okay, I'm good. I didn't know we were transported to like some random.
So, because there's like as many people as were on this side, there's the same, if not more, on the other side. So we should say we're just reporting in to help. You know, we were sent here for our orders, and then that's it. And whatever we get, we do, and then we sneak off to the monastery.
Yeah,
Cool.
this is a good plan.
Would I be
I'm
able
sure
to,
Zwasos would agree.
Yes. Zwasos is always very gung ho.
Yeah. Bane says, "I hate this plan. We should just kill them when we get over there."
I think that's plan B.
Yeah.
Honestly, it might be plan 8.5. I'm not really sure.
Let's
just see what happens.
I think it's more of like a plan. That's like if all hell breaks loose, you can kill him. All right. But we gotta like be as indiscreet as possible because the monastery knows who I am. So I gotta be, it's like a stealth mission. It's stealth and taking people out if we need to.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right. But if we get in and get out without anybody knowing and taking out the people that we need to,
which will
better.
definitely happen, by the way.
Totally.
And then, we can probably just blow them all up on the way out, right?
Sure.
We do what we need to do, and then we'll see about blowing people up, right? All right. That good for you, Bane?
Fine.
It has also been like 3, 4, 10. Oh, it's been a while.
Been minutes since I got to kill somebody.
Well,
getting hungry again.
Minutes are about to feel like days, my friend. So I just like step up onto the pedestal.
Should we like hold hands?
Probably. And I hold my hand out.
Hold my hoof.
Hold the hoof. Hold my paw.
Yeah, friends.
All right. So everyone is kind of daisy chaining their way into this Feywild, is that right?
Bubble lands on Mam's shoulder.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So you do. So you step onto the stump and you start walking along the de facto yellow brick road here. And you it's strange. So as you walk along the ring, you can see in front of you that the ring constantly is getting narrower and narrower. However, every step that you take, it seems like that narrowing never happens. Like it's always the same width in front of you as you walk forward. But as you look back into the surroundings, everything continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you walk along the spiral, until finally you reach what you believe to be the center. And Nick's going first. When you step into what appears to be the center, you get this kind of disorientating shift where suddenly everything is the same but vibrant. The greens are much greener. The sounds are much more piercing in your ears. Everything just seems to come to life, like you were walking in grayed out tones before, and now suddenly you can see all the colors of the rainbow. But everything looks monstrously huge. The trees are hundreds of feet tall. And Nix, as you continue to kind of walk forward, the person behind you pops in as well. Suddenly your hand is now holding another hand. And there's another person who experiences the same thing. Suddenly, the colors are brighter, smells are sweeter, everything is just more intense and humongous. Everything is huge. All this, almost the same trees that you just left. They all seem very similar, but they're all monstrously huge. But as you walk your way outside of the spiral, everything seems to kind of shrink. And the pathway in front of you seems to get larger and larger and larger ahead of you. But as you step onto it, again, it always seems to be the same width. Until finally you're stepping off the trunk of the tree and notice the people around you. So let me pop you onto a new map.
Is the trunk of the tree still relatively the same size?
It's exactly the same size. And
okay.
Once you leave the trunk of the tree, everything else is the same size. Everything is regular size. You, in hindsight, you think it was you getting smaller and then getting larger, and everything else just kind of seemed to be that way. Okay, so let's pop you.
Two cool black teleportation things in one day. That's pretty rad.
That is pretty cool.
2 teleportation rings? Yeah. There's multiple trees like this too.
Okay, so you are. I'm just gonna pop you in here. Do you guys have a particular order in which?
It was gonna be me, and then I held my hand out to ma'am. And then I think Naruk said hold my hoof to ma'am, and then whoever afterwards.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, you're not gonna. I don't need these tokens for now because you're not playing. Okay. All right. So wait a minute. Oh, that's not cool. They didn't. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Give me just 1 second while I fix this. Totally fine. Totally fine. Oh, that's the new guy. Okay. Sorry. These are not in the correct places, so I just need to move them real quick. Nothing to see here. Definitely nothing to see here. Nothing to see here either. Okay. So you guys are gone. You're tied up. You'll be fine, I'm sure. This guy is standing right out. Okay. All right, here we go. There. Okay. All right, now I can share this record with you. Okay. So you, that too, and we'll unshare this one. Put this one up. Okay. All right. So you come out of the stump into what appears to be a very similar clearing. And I lied. There's one person who's standing, who seems to maybe perceive of you in some way, hears you, and this, what you see is basically a cloaked figure. And when they turn to you, you're all kind of reminiscent of Master Zyla in that there's no flesh on this creature showing whatsoever. Everything is wrapped. His hands are wrapped up, his face is wrapped up, even to the point where there are almost like goggles across where the eyes would be. And the cowl is pulled really very low. And when he turns to you, it's very graceful. You're put in mind of like an elf's grace, and the tall, sinuous figure almost appears elf-like as well. But as he turns to you and speaks, it is definitely not an elven voice. It's more scratchy and gravelly as it turns to you and speaks. And it says something that, again, only two of you can understand. Now, Rook, you can understand it. That's right. Nyx is not on, so they're not going to read this. So only Naruk and Nyx can understand what he's saying. But you hear the words, "Greetings, welcome to the Feywild."
Hello, stranger. Soon to be friend. How are you?
I am well. I am not expecting you.
Well,
You have your pass.
we should do.
And he holds out his hand like.
And as I give him a pass, I say, reporting to duty. Yeah, sent here for the orders.
Very well. And he looks at Nyx. And your pass?
And I just point to Naruk.
We were told that this pass accounts for the whole party.
And you see him kind of cock his head. I see. And well, no matter.
No matter.
Very
indeed,
well. And your names?
Well, I'm the Rook. This is Vix. This is Mam. This is Mam's friend, Bubbles. Bubble. What?
Very well.
Should I not? Okay.
Do you require anything of me?
Not at all, friend. As you were.
Very well. Enjoy your time here. If you require anything, let me know.
Oh, we sure will. Thank you very much.
Let them pass.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, that's to myself, not.
Yeah. You look around, you see nothing. You have no idea who or what he might have been talking to. And he just kind of turns away from you and just kind of gives you his back and continues kind of looking over the forest.
Perfect. So I just we got the pass back, yes?
Oh yeah, he handed it back. Yeah, sorry.
Nice. So I just take the Rook's hand and I'm like, stick to me, like as quietly as I can, and then I'm gonna lead them.
Okay. And you know that the way out of here and towards the monastery is down that way and then south, and then it kind of picks up a trail over here.
Yep, so I just walk calmly and kind of keep Naruk in front of me like he's leading the group. Then I just keep a solid hand like on the base of his back and just like do like the escorting.
I do a quick nod. I do a nice friendly nod to the stranger.
Yeah.
All right, very
I was
good.
gonna.
No, go ahead.
I was going to for fake names. I was gonna say all of her names backwards, but then I realized "man" is the same thing backwards. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I couldn't improv that fast. So sorry for using real names.
You're good. I was just like, we just gave a potential Fae our real names. All right.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll see.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. No problem at all. No problem.
God.
All right. So yeah. So that that crisis was averted. So yeah, so you are you're now in the Feywild, and it is similar but strange. Everything kind of seems very similar. Seems like what you remember leaving, except like I said, amplified. Everything is amplified. The sounds that you hear are crisper and clearer. The smells of flowers and just the smell of the pollen in the air is almost intoxicating. Everything, you find yourselves just kind of looking around in wonder at the smallest things. The vines hanging down with flowers hanging off them look like technicolor lightning bolts almost. Just everything's just wild and beautiful. You see and hear the sounds of some maybe some small animals up in the distance, but nothing ever shows itself. It almost gets like those sounds seem to not get louder, but maybe get more plentiful as you walk along. You start to hear more and more sounds of things just outside of your sight range in the in the canopy and in the sides of the trail on either side. Nix, you almost get the impression that there are maybe some curious creatures who are interested in your passing and are maybe shadowing you as you move. Do anything differently, or just gonna?
I will just keep an eye on them and keep walking.
Okay. So you head this way, and Nix, you know this to be true. But as you're moving along, you know that very soon you'll come across the Feywild version of the grandfather tree, which is again similar but different. Here in the Feywild, it's not quite the pilgrimage place that it is in the material plane. So very soon you get to the point where you can see up ahead that it looks like the forest kind of clears out, but there's no additional like light shining down. And as you're getting closer and closer, you can start to, through the canopy of the trees, you can start to tell that there's something extending, like there's almost a canopy above the canopy. And within the next few minutes, you'll reach the clearing that is the grandfather tree. So you have an opportunity to either decide to just walk out into the clearing, or you can approach it with some type of caution. And you being here before, like there's, other than your recent experiences, like there's nothing leading you to believe that there would be anything dangerous here.
All right, then we're approaching the clearing, and like it's just creatures, but it's sorry.
Yeah, as far as the sounds, you still hear them. They don't sound menacing in any way, and none of the sounds sound like the creatures are very large. Really, you get the impression that maybe there are some small creatures that just are curious, that have don't know exactly what your passing means, and are maybe just kind of keeping an eye on you. As you're getting closer to the clearing, the trail kind of gives you a little bit of like a tunnel vision towards the opening that's coming up ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna carefully approach because. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to stealthily approach?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you feel like you're pretty stealthy, and the rest of the party watch as you kind of flit your way back and forth between trees to get to the opening towards the clearing, and you see kind of a large expanse of free space. I would say it's kind of sunny and open, except above there's just this humongous canopy covering not only the entire clearing, but a large swath of the forest in either direction. But you don't see any other people, creatures within the clearing itself.
Huh.
And this doesn't necessarily seem strange to you. This isn't with the magic that permeates the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
This is not so strange of an occurrence that people always come here. This is just like another amazing magical thing in the Feywild. So you're not like your hackles aren't rising. Like you're not feeling like this is strange that there's nobody here.
All right, then. Yeah, then I'll just keep going then.
Okay. And if the rest of the group, I assume once they see you enter the clearing, they would assume that means there's no danger and follow you.
I would assume so.
Does that sound right?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nix, do you want to give them any indication to stay or come?
I just kind of turn to them and like put my finger up to my lips, and then like give the signal like to stealth, like to walk quietly, and like just kind of walk confidently into the clearing. Just walk confidently forward.
Okay. Yeah. So, assuming that you all take the hint, you do exactly that. And when the rest of you enter this clearing, it's a bit more intimidating for the rest of you, having never seen this before. But when you enter the clearing, you're expecting to kind of like exit the forest canopy into more of a sunny open vale. But when you step into the clearing, what you see is that it's mostly just clear of large brush. You know, it's a gorgeous carpet of grass, but there's nothing larger than maybe knee high that can grow, because up above, hundreds of feet above you, is this gigantic tree canopy that just covers the entire clearing, and as far as you can, because of your vantage point, as far as you can see beyond the forest itself. The first branches of this humongous tree don't even start branching from the trunk until probably 50 to 75 feet above your heads. And the canopy itself just seems to disappear into the heavens as far as you can see. It's this just enormous. The trunk of the tree is probably about 100 feet in diameter all the way across, and it just takes up the bulk of this clearing. You almost get the impression that this clearing is here because nothing can grow underneath this enormous tree. You also, as you look around the clearing, you don't see any other animals, humanoids. The sounds of the creatures that were following you seem to stop at the forest edge, and they don't seem to enter the clearing, or at least you're not seeing anything. And you do hear kind of the sounds of chittering and noises in the brush, almost like they're going along the edges of the clearing, but don't want to enter into the clearing. And Nix, you know that on the other side of the clearing, there's a pathway that indirectly will lead to the monastery.
And I will continue on.
Okay. Everybody good with moving along?
Yeah.
Yeah, question mark?
Okay, very
I
good.
mean-
So yep, go ahead.
No, I was just, I mean, Mam is definitely like bewildered by this and just kind of like taking it all in while still, following Nix's
I'm
like look confident,
I'm definitely-
suggestion.
definitely
good.
in the same boat, considering I'm from the desert. You don't really see, let alone trees this big.
Yeah. Have any of your characters seen the grandfather tree in the material plane?
I don't think Mam has any reason to.
No. Maybe in my travels, did I? I don't know.
I will say that Zwasos has seen it. His the Knights of the Order are in the Starmount Hills, which are fairly close to the grandfather tree. So
I am from the Auric Desert, So when I was traveling to Leyland, I could have taken that route
Okay.
to the west, but
And it's certainly something you could have done. It's entirely up to you if you want to say that he's seen it or not. It would not be a strange thing. It's kind of like one of the 7 wonders of the world on the material plane.
I'm just gonna say no because I just don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Zwasos will say has seen it because his group was very, very fairly close to there. Nyx, you would have come out of the Feywild very close to the grandfather tree. Whether or not would Nyx have seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So both Nyx and Zwasos, Nyx, you understanding the way the Feywild works, this may not even occur to you to mention to anyone else, but Zwasos immediately is like, oh my God, this thing is way bigger here than it is on our plane. What, like, I mean, it's big on our plane, but this is way bigger here.
I just like peer up and I'm like, huh, it is bigger here. Weird.
Yeah, and you know it's simply because time is different here. This tree has lived thousands of years longer here than it has on the material plane.
How is it that it exists in 2 planes at once? How does that work?
Well, this is more of a mirror of the material plane. And so it's like time's a little funky, but it's still here. Like the grandfather tree, and then I kind of like point to the ground. Or is it the sky? I forget which mirrors. But I'm like, if you look, and like I forget there was like a reflection at one point, right? We talked about like there is a reflection of the planes. Or like it's up.
It is. So like the Feywild is almost a reflection of the material plane.
Yeah.
But the things that are reflected are the things that are not sentient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So anything sentient does not necessarily have a reflection here. But the things that are not sentient, either that have life or that are long enough in it, like houses wouldn't necessarily have a mirror image here unless they've been in existence a very long time. So non-living, non-sentient things can have a reflection here if they've existed long enough.
Ma'am is going to ask this to Nyx, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be Nick answering it since it's lore. But
what about the trees? If someone cuts a tree down in one realm or plane, what happens to the tree in the other one?
That's a great question.
Well,
It does happen.
Let's see. Does Nyx know the answer to that question?
Wow.
yeah.
What do you think? Nature, Arcana, history?
Wouldn't it be nature?
How
Because
about
it's about
insight? How about insight?
yeah, insight. Yeah.
Let's do insight. You're good at insight. Oops. Oh, I have to do that. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Oh yeah,
nice.
you know
Answer the question,
exactly what
please.
happens in that instance. Yeah. So you look at Ma'am with a very confident answer. And that answer is that over time in the Feywild, or either way, if it's cut down in the Feywild, this happens in the material plane. If it's cut down in the material plane, this happens in the Feywild. That over a period of time, its reflection begins to die. So it starts to kind of fade out of existence and then will ultimately disappear.
Did you just make that? I mean, I'm sorry, metagame. Did you say that on the spot? That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Wow.
So wait,
I totally made up the reflection thing too. I don't know if that's true.
Over time, it will reflect.
Over time, the reflection will cease to exist as well.
Right. That makes sense because a minute equals a day, right? So it's like They'll just like rot away or something. That's cool.
And it's Nyx knows this because 26. Nyx knows that it's more of a memory. The memory of that thing persists.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I'm not high enough for this conversation. Blowing my mind, man.
That's when you see a ranger come out of the trees and say, "Hey, you want to buy some stuff?"
Hey yo, do some of that vapor, baby.
That's right. That's right. All right. So, as you kind of take in the differences of the Feywild and the material plane, Nyx leads you even further into the forest here. You do have very similar experiences traveling for the next few hours or so. And let me know if you ever want to, stop or do anything. But the sounds just seem to get more and more. Like more and more creatures seem interested in your passing and seem to shadow you and from the edges of the overgrowth. And then probably about 4 or 5 hours into your journey, you start to kind of realize that you're feeling tired, like it's time to camp, but you're realizing that the light here is different as well. There's almost a permeating light, and that Nyx eventually will say, hey, it's time to stop for the night, because night is a little bit different here as well. It gets a little darker, but it never goes full night. It's almost like the darkest it gets here is dim light. Which creates shadows everywhere. So there's darkness in the shadows, but for the most part, there's almost this ambient light that just seems to come from the sky. Like there's no sun in the sky to speak of, but there's just this sort of ambient light. So do you want to camp on the trail itself, or you want to look for a small clearing? Does anyone have any preferences?
Maybe we don't want to be right on the trail, right?
Right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I look for a good place off the trail that we can easily conceal ourselves and find a good place to settle.
Okay. So through the dim light, you travel a little bit longer. Let's see, Narook's got a plus 87 on survival, right? We can do this.
Bards, man.
All right. So Narook is keeping his eye open for a nice clearing, and he finds a beautiful one. Like,
Great.
He's like, I think there's I see kind of a little space over there, and you go over there, and there's logs for benches, and there's already this stone campfire in the center, with this little lean-to that's already kind of prepared over to the side. And you're like, oh, nice, perfect. So it does kind of look already like, obviously like this is a used campsite. Like this is something that people, or this looks like a small campsite that has been used a few times. Next, you kind of know this is the Feywild.
Yeah.
Civilization isn't exactly the same here as it is in the material plane. So that spots like this are extremely plentiful, because there's not a whole lot of inns for people to go stay at. If you're traveling, this is kind of what it's like. Is you kind of look around for a campsite and you find one and you use it. There's nobody there. If there is somebody there, you say hello. Maybe they'll let you use it too. So So you guys go ahead and take over the campsite. I know you all have rations. I'm not going to make you use rations. I think what I'll do is as long as you have them in your inventory, I'm not going to make you like search for food, shit like that. This isn't a nitty-gritty survival campaign, so we're not going to do that. All right. So yeah, is there a cook among you, or just going to eat your dried kibbles and flatbread? Salty's not here to cook a chef.
I know. I don't think I'm a chef, but I could definitely try.
I mean, you don't have to be a chef to try to, cook. It does mean you have a fire. I don't know if you guys want to have a fire or not. Does it matter?
Yeah, I just keep like the flames down.
I can do the same thing I did last time with whatever that spell was. I don't know, it like dimmed the surrounding area.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember that. I don't remember the spell itself.
Yeah, it was just a little like I just had to do some tricky like spell book swapping out, but it all comes back on a long rest. The private sanctum.
Okay.
Sound can't pass through. Warded, dark and foggy, preventing vision, including dark vision. Can't be divined on. Yeah, so I'll do that. Just to be safe.
Okay.
And let's see.
Fourth level spell slot.
One of those. And
okay. All right. So let's see here. What do I have for order? Nyx, ma'am, and then Naruk. Is that fine for? I assume you're still gonna have someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's. Okay. Nyx, ma'am. Naruk, throw a d20 in the chat box.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. So Nyx, ma'am, your watch goes very boring. That you still hear the sounds. It sounds like there's still a few creatures that are moving around outside, just outside the light of your campfire. They're not moving a lot like they were as you were traveling. It's more every once in a while you hear the little skitter of something off in the distance. Now, Rook, on your watch, you fall asleep.
Oh.
Coffee wasn't strong enough.
You don't hear anything at all. So you all kind of start to wake up in the morning. Actually, all of you roll me a d20 in the chat. Well, I'll roll yours next.
Okay.
10. Rook 15. Okay, all right. Rook, you wake up first. So neither ma'am nor Nyx has any idea that you fell asleep during your watch. As you wake up, you do obviously realize that you kind of slept through your shift, and you have kind of this panicked look around real quick, and you see that obviously everything seems fine. So you kind of wipe a little sweat from your brow and make a promise to yourself to never fall asleep on watch again.
Never again.
So you wake up, you do your thing. Nyx, you know that the Owlbear Monastery is probably 6 or 7 hours hike from here. It's on one of these trails. It is still in this forest. You don't have to leave this forest in order to get to the monastery. But you do have about, like I said, like a 6 or 7 hour hike to get there. So you kind of understand that you can get there before dark, and that you'll be getting there, like right about supper time, 5, 6 o'clock ish.
Mhm. All right.
Oh, cool.
All right. So assuming that you are all on your way, what is Narook's? Let's see. What's wisdom? 10 plus. I'm gonna say this is fairly obvious. What about you next? Do you have survival? You don't have survival. All right, I'm gonna have Narook do a survival check. Let's see if you notice anything different. Nope. Oh well. Fine. Yes. You're a little on edge, knowing that you had kind of slept through a little bit of your shift last night. So as you're kind of leaving camp, as you're heading back onto the trail, you're kind of paying attention to stuff just to make sure that nothing strange might have happened during your shift. And you do see what look like fresh tracks on the trail, heading in the direction that you're going. So you see what look like 2 pairs of tracks that came while you were sleeping in the night, headed in the same direction that you're going.
We see tracks heading in the direction that we're going.
Yes.
I see tracks in the direction.
Like something had passed you in the night.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Narook, did you
Huh?
did you see anything?
I perhaps, maybe, yes.
Is he bullshitting us?
I fell asleep. I'm not gonna try. I fell asleep. I'm sorry. The coffee was not strong enough.
Oh my gosh, Narook! You could have
always-
shaken us when the rough's awake.
I've just been out of it since we got here.
Yes, I know. It's the Feywild, which is exactly why, if you need someone to switch with you, just let us know.
I'm sorry.
It's
I didn't know
okay.
I was
But
asleep.
and I take a look at the tracks. Like, are they humanoid? Are they animal?
They are.
They are humanoid.
Humanoid.
They look like footprint-sized footprints, but they don't. It's weird. So they don't look like they were wearing footwear, but they also they don't show like toes or pads or anything like that. It's almost just like one solid print.
So one of us humanoid. Yes.
All right. Well.
What can I say? I don't know. I get tired.
Yes, you were tired. All right. So I just take a good scan of our environment, make sure nothing is around us right now. And then after that, I'll just continue on.
All right, let's see. So you are going to investigate your surroundings.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't find anything. Everything seems cool.
Okay. All right. I think we're all set. Again, if you just need to swap out with one of us, let us know, and we'll cover you, because it's not the same as the material plane. I mean, even the material plane has some freaky things, but all animals have some type of sentience here. Exactly why we're not hunting here.
I understand.
I know you do. I'm just nagging right now. Let's go to the monastery.
I'm a sad camel.
All right, so you head on your way. And you travel. You travel for a good, we'll say 5 hours. A lot of the same. You hear a lot of noises. Still coming from the brush. Things seem to be interested in be following you. It doesn't seem like it doesn't continually get more and more and more. You reach a point where you hear a certain amount of noise, and then things just kind of, you hear a little bit less, you hear a little bit more, until finally, next you really start to remember some of the landscape. You pass a large boulder that looks familiar, and you start to get the feeling that you're really very close to the monastery at this point.
Yep.
Any second now, you'll probably get a glimpse of the monastery up on a hill, coming around the next bend in the trail or whatever. You might actually catch sight of the monastery.
Awesome. And so I just turned to the group. We're getting closer. Prepare yourselves. I don't know what this is going to look like after God knows how many years, their time versus our time.
Ma'am puts a shoulder on Nick's, puts a hand on Nick's shoulder, and says, "Are you prepared to see what's happened?"
That's a great question. Short answer, no. Long answer, doesn't really matter. I need answers.
All right. Well, we got your back.
I know you do. This is going to be this is going to be interesting.
Not one day has failed to be interesting since I met you folks. So let's just keep up that trend.
Will do.
It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right? It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. You have a nice warm welcome. Everything will be fine. All right. So you keep on traveling along. It takes a little while. Next, more and more, you're getting these kind of nostalgic waves as you recall, the monastery itself, your time there, your training, the masters, your brief time with Master Xylo while he was there, and you're getting a little, more and more excited, more and more anxious, knowing what you know about what has likely happened. You're worried about what you might find there, but you're also a little bit hopeful that maybe you recognize some people there, see some old friends, that type of thing. But soon enough, you do, in fact, you turn a corner, and you can see, kind of up on a hill is this large monastery. The front has some stone steps that lead up to a big giant double door in front, where inside is where they do their kind of group trainings or group kata, if you will. And then to the sides there's kind of a stone wall that carves off a small area where the monks will sit in silence and meditate. The entire building itself is, while it's large, it really has like cathedral ceilings, so there's no second floor. It's all just one level. A lot of it is open to the sky, whereas the main area does have a kind of a domed-ish ceiling, but the rest of it is the courtyard's open to the sky, and then on either side of the courtyard there are structures where you have like the library, there's an eating area, there's some shared living quarters, but the monastery itself is now visible up on the hill, and that within a few moments you're going to open up into the kind of the clearing to head up the hill, where anyone, looking down, you'll be immediately visible, and you know that time is coming up very shortly.
All right. I just steel myself and make sure that I keep an eye out because I don't really know what's happening. It got taken over, so knowing that I got chased out before, I'm just trying to prepare myself and
Bubble.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Is there a map for this?
Yes, in just once you decide to kind of walk into the clearing, you'll all get a good look at the area.
I just kind of turn to them and I'm like, all right, here we go. And I take a breath and then I step into the clearing. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Well then, okay.
That's an excellent idea.
I'm getting more coffee.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run to the restroom as well. I'll be right back. Hey. Yes. Big one. I didn't pause it, did I? I will throw up a ready check for Justin and Mario. And Eliza, just let us know when you're ready to go. Assuming you can hear me. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw the map up. I'm assuming you all are stepping out and heading up to the monastery rather than attempting any type of clandestine entry. Well, either way, you'll see the monastery and then you can decide.
That seemed to be what Nyx was doing, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, right.
I can see, like, I can see Ma'am's perspective,
Yeah.
I think.
But the map is black on the stream.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. How much do I care about line of sight? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of line of sight, but it is kind of a hassle.
Are you not able to, like, do the stream? Could you log in as Nyx and, like, do the stream from their perspective?
I bet I could. I think I can do that. Let's see. Okay.
Or could you just put a dummy thing on the board for yourself?
Oh yeah, of course.
Good old Varnock.
Good old Varnock. Whoops. Let's see. Does that help? Nope.
I can see him.
I think I got to put. I think he has to be on the combat tracker. There we go.
Hey.
Okay, I suppose I'll allow him to move off the map.
Oh.
There we go. Oh wait, no, close the door.
I didn't see anything.
That's fine. It doesn't really matter. None of this is going to be a surprise. Actually, you know what? The front doors are open. It's a nice day. They're very welcoming.
Sorry, I'm back.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
Right. So I have shared the map here.
Yes, I see it.
So
Ooh, it's like jade color.
yeah. So you remember that the floors are kind of a polished, kind of a emerald marble almost.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you exit the clearing and you look up at the monastery, and you know, Nyx, for you there's this kind of mix of, you know, anxiety and, you know, homecoming, some nostalgia. Like it has, you know, it's been a while. A lot has happened since the last time you saw the monastery.
Uh-huh.
And you can see that there are, you know, owlbears roaming the ground freely. You see a number of monks that seem to be, you know, some are tending the grounds, some seem to be, you know, doing chores, hauling water. A couple seem to almost be tending to the owlbears themselves. But you know, the place is kind of bustling. You know, you can see the front steps, and you can see that the doors into the main chamber are open. It's a beautiful day. It's nice and warm. And you can see inside that there are a couple of masters that seem to be leading some type of an exercise with a number of monks in attendance, doing a combination of listening, practicing, talking softly amongst themselves. At this point, you haven't seen anybody react to your presence yet, but you're still just barely out of the clearing, and you'll just have to walk up the trail to the front door if that's what you want to do.
Is this much different than how you remember it?
Is it different? No.
So far, things look the same. You know, you can tell that the monks still wear the same, you know, kind of wraps of the owlbear, you know, hand of the path of the Kenzai. and things look, physically the same as when you left.
I mean, so far, everything looks the same. Doesn't mean that it is.
Yeah, no, we'll tread with caution.
I mean, time is really funky, and I didn't realize how funky time really was until I was out in the material plane, so this is gonna be,
It's all new to me.
huh?
This is all new to me, but I am quite
Yeah.
impressed with the architecture. It is a nice looking building.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty interesting.
Like we said, we got your back.
Thank you.
What's the plan? We just walking in and saying hi, or what?
Well, we have to understand that the Zhentarim have taken over, so
Right.
Rook, you still got the scroll.
Yes, right. Of course.
Check that you still have the scroll.
I didn't hand it to the guy, right? In the beginning?
He handed it back to you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. Yeah, you reach into your pack to where you remember putting the scroll case, and when you reach in there, it's right where you left it.
Wait. Can I do I don't really do prestidigitation a lot, but am I able to like duplicate it just because they might ask for like all of our things? All of our passes? Like the first guy did?
I don't think you can do that with prestidigitation.
Without minor illusion?
Minor illusion. That might work.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's a cantrip that lasts 1 minute. The illusion ends if you dismiss it or cast the spell again. So you could create one pass that looks it's an illusion. So if anybody touches it or anything, it won't pass inspection. But you can create one other pass if you want to.
Okay.
And like you can like pretend to hold it up.
Yeah, I'll just.
But if anybody asks to like hold it, it's not gonna pass.
Well, nah, I don't see it because it passed the first time. It was like a. Wait, can I make a? Can I do something that like says that we can all? Like, I don't know. I just want to use minor illusion. I never use it. I just need a reason to use it.
I mean, I guess technically, once you create the illusion, you can make it say whatever you want. That's your illusion.
Yeah, I just don't want him touching it and then like going away. So,
Right.
Yeah, just whatever. It's I'll just make a duplicate and hand it to Nyx.
Well, it's an illusion, so
because
Nyx can't hold it.
Yeah, I can't hold it.
Never mind. Just go. Forget I said anything.
The time will come, friend. The time will come.
That's right. Are you ready? Are you walking up?
Yeah,
oh man, we got.
Just real quick, as we are walking up, do I see anyone that at all matches? Like, I mean, seemingly we've maybe seen someone of the Zhentarim in the cloaked person, or we've just heard a lot of descriptions. Do we see anyone here that matches that?
So I mean, from where you are, you're probably 50 to 100 feet to the steps when you reach the edge of the clearing or whatever where the hill starts to go up. From that vantage point, you can see like 4 owlbears and 2 what appear to be monks of this monastery. From this distance, you can't You don't recognize either one of them, and they don't seem dressed in any kind of way that would indicate, like a spy or, some type of clandestine. They look like monks, and as of right now, you don't recognize them as, like people. So you are. Am I accurate that you're now walking up the trail? You're headed to the front entrance.
Ma'am will follow Nyx's lead.
Yep, I will walk. I'll walk towards the entrance.
Okay. So
also, real quick, Nick, before we get into anything, I don't think we got long rested.
Oh, did you take a long rest? Because you had the initial long rest, and then you had the fight at the entranceway. Oh, last night. Gotcha.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
That was a long. I didn't realize that was a long.
Yep.
rest.
I totally forgot to do that.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Long rest, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ooh, experience.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Then I would say I think we continue on.
Let's see. I'm gonna figure that out too. Okay. No thanks. Okay. Yep. So you start walking up. Once your group fully breaks the clearing and starts moving up, you can see at least one of the monks take notice. Each of them both look, and they kind of look at each other, and then one of them kind of breaks off from what they were doing and heads towards you. They don't seem in any rush. It doesn't seem aggressive in any way. They just seem to be walking, maybe to greet you. You're not really sure. But they kind of take up a point, maybe 15 feet in front of the front steps, and they're looking at you, intent on you, and just kind of waiting for you to make your approach. So you all.
They're focused on us.
Yeah, they're just standing there waiting, but like they don't look aggressive in any way. They just look like they're there to, I guess, greet.
I don't have like the old monastery clothes on, right? I swapped them out.
That's
I think
correct,
I swapped them out like a long time ago. Yeah. I was like, whoo, hang on a second. All right, so I mean, I don't think I think I've grown up a lot. So yeah, anyway, or they grew up a lot, and hopefully nobody remembers me. Anyway, I'll just walk on in.
Okay.
Take my time. I kind of side-eye a few owlbears, just making sure they're not agitated.
They're not paying you any mind whatsoever. They're just kind of ambling around. You can see some of them stop every once in a while to what looks like munch on some flowers or something, but for the most part,
Nice.
they look like they don't give two shits about you.
Awesome. Then I will just like make sure people are keeping behind me, you know, and just take some like breaths for a second and then keep walking.
Yep.
Just
All right.
Nyx gets visibly more tense. Like it looks like somebody failing to keep like, like the socially anxious child that goes into the party and is just trying to be like, yeah, everything's fine, everything's great. And like it's getting more and more like shaky chihuahua as time goes on.
I think Bubble comes over and just lands on Nyx's shoulder and kind of just like nuzzles into their like neck cheek area as just like a little like, you got this.
I give like little scritches and then I keep walking. Awesome. A little bit more calm. Body language starts to relax.
Has Nyx shared their story with the monastery outside of just like them being there and Master Zyla? Like, do we know what happened?
I thought I shared it. I thought I did. I thought, yeah, like I share. Well, Let me think back.
Do
Hang
you
on.
want to reshare what you might have shared in case anyone doesn't know?
I mean, yeah, I
think
assume like
I think I shared it. It might have only been Naruk that asked, and like I shared it with him, and he went, "Oh," and then everybody kind of just went like, and we just moved on to something else because something else happened, and then it was just like, okay, like for what I remember. But yeah, I did say it. So Nyx was a part of the Owlbear Monastery. Master Zyla shared his story, but he got like he was going to be like assassinated if he stayed because he was part of the Emerald Enclave and was going to expose the fact that the monastery is now working with the Zhentarim, and the fact that he found out about it. So they were going to kill him. And because I was the only one like really directly under Master Zyla, and they're a little bit at the time they were pretty against having folk people there. Nyx left pretty quickly after that because she was warned to get out of there. And that's why they left. And then the rest is kind of folk band history where
all right.
they ran into Zwasos and almost ate him.
Yes.
And then yeah. So like Nyx has been through a little bit. Oh, yeah, they left the monastery because they knew that if they stayed at the time, that they knew they were associated with Master Zyla, and that pretty much put her. Well, that put them in very much danger. Put them in a lot of danger.
Kind of
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. So Master Silent kind of saved Nyx as well as they also got themselves into trouble. So
Right. Okay. Cool.
shit.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear the
Assuming
dog.
that was some campfire
Right.
story time. Yeah. Thank you.
I
Okay.
forgot that might not have like gotten to everybody. So yeah, that's Nyx's story. That the monastery is very dangerous. With the Zhentarim in charge. So we need to find the person, like the rat, the one who like
Right.
started it. Yeah.
Right.
So that's our job.
Okay. All right. So,
All right.
Cool. So that's
so with that
mission.
flashback,
Mhm.
you are now approaching the gates of the monastery, and as you get closer to this monk, you see her do a very deep bow as you get close, and she picks her head up, nods a bit, and then in a language only two of you speak.
Yep.
And Nyx and Naruk, I don't know if I actually said this, but it's Sylvan. They're speaking in Sylvan. She just kind of, lifts her head up. Hello, welcome to the Owlbear Monastery. What brings you to our monastery today? How may I be of service to you?
I bow and I say, and I just since I'm still like, oh, do they recognize me or not? I gesture to Naruk. I like kind of give him like a guiding hand again to go into the front with the note.
Okay. Naruk, you get pushed forward.
Yes. Oh, right. Here you go. Orders from F. We've just come to patrol. Make sure the monastery's safe.
And she doesn't, like, you hold it out, and she looks like she has no interest in touching it. She just kind of glances at it and glances at you. I do not know what that is, but Welcome to the monastery. I do not know who F is. Are you here to speak to the masters? Do you wish to learn the arts? What brings you here?
And then I look at the rook and I look back at and then I'm like, yes, I have been sent to train. And there's just a really long, like shy hesitation to it.
Very good. And she bows again. Very well. Let me go get one of the masters for you. Yes.
Yes, thank you. And then I look like wide-eyed over my shoulder, like what the fuck did I just do?
I don't know, but a master's coming, so
Yeah.
Ma'am just looks between the two of you, absolutely bewildered because she has no idea what's going on.
You think I do?
At least you can understand him.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true. Yeah,
shit,
you speak
right, you
really-
don't speak the language.
It's all good. It's all good. Just don't ask me to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the head. You stand there. You stand and look pretty.
Yeah.
Nix, you should do most of the talking because I'm not
Do you-
familiar with any of the masters or they-
Maybe this is my
Okay.
time to
Yes.
do my oh.
Huh? Oh, dear.
Like this is all in like a hushed whisper outside the front,
Yeah,
just like
Ma'am is absolutely blushing because Nick said stand there and look pretty.
yeah. Oh.
So you see the monk go into the monastery. You see him turn left, so you can't see him. But then you see him appear again and speak to someone who was standing in front of the group. You assume that to be a master. Says a few words. You see the master kind of look up, make eye contact with you, nods to the monk, and then follows the monk towards you. As he comes out, you see him, and those of you who have, I guess, any experience with elves, you recognize this to be a high elf. He's very lanky, very trim and slim, pointy ears. He is dressed in monk's clothing, so it's mostly just cloth, a few straps of leather. Really, you can see looking around here that like this place is not posh. This is very simple. They live very simply. He's dressed very simply. And he just he comes up and he bows to you. And again, and Sylvan, he speaks with you. He looks, towards Naruk as well as Nyx. Welcome. Dashin says that you are here for trade.
Training?
Oh, training. I am sorry. I think he said he may have misunderstood your words. Yes, you are here for training. Very good. We don't normally accept students at our door this way, but if you would like to come in and we can talk if you would like to and see about setting up.
I would love to speak with you. I have some training. I don't know. We were sent. And then I kind of look at Drew, and I'm normally not the one that speaks, and I look at him just like kind of like trying to get like the pity points, like the big.
You see, he just he gets this big smile on his face, and he's like, "You seem like you have stuff to say. Perhaps we should go somewhere private so you can."
I nod. Do I recognize this one?
You do not. He does not look like anyone that you knew.
Okay.
Good to know. Hold up just before we go, and I just hold up the thing, the pass again, saying that F sent us for
okay.
Training.
He looks over at the pass and he kind of looks up at you and he's like, "What is this?"
I just put it away and I'm like, it's how we got here in the first place. It's a thing now. I guess like you need a pass to get here now. So we got I'm sorry. And then I just keep walking in with him.
And as soon as you mention the pass, you see his that big smile on his face just gets wiped away, and his eyes narrow a little bit, and he looks at you and he kind of gives you a slight nod, and he says, "I understand. Okay, yes. Come with me then, shall we? Shall we go?"
Oh,
That's
Keep away from the prying ears. Yes.
yeah, yes. And
Yes,
I
of course.
I look at Naruk and I'm like big eyes, and then I look back at Ma'am and I'm just like, okay, come with us, and I just like take.
So he
I just,
No,
he kind of looks back over his shoulder at the other monk, and he just kind of nods. I will take it from here, thank you.
I look at the other monk and I'm
Oh.
like, did I do something bad? Did I do something bad? Like just like whispering to them.
I mean,
Oh, to the other monk.
Yeah, like when we go by the other monk, like I kind of like get Naruk in front of me so that I can lean in and be like, did I do something bad? His smile just went.
And you see the other monk, like their heads almost like bowed, like total deference to this other master monk. And then when when she realizes you're talking to her, she kind of like she gets this like just like almost terrified, but just like, why are you talking to me kind of look on their face.
Oh,
yeah.
And they're just like, I don't know. I don't know.
oh,
Again, this is
okay.
our first time here, so just forget it. I don't know. Just
And
follow.
I just give a gentle pat, sorry, and then I keep walking because I don't want them to get in trouble either.
And he starts, so the master starts walking down the left trail, and you can see it goes to like a side building almost.
Yeah.
If you would follow me, please.
Yes.
This way. We can talk privately.
And I keep following.
Yep. And you see he walks up to the owlbear, and like in this kind of deference, but with this a little bit of force, it kind of like pats it on its butt, and you can see it just kind of like trying to herd it away from the door. And the owlbear just like doesn't move and looks over at the master. And you see the master just kind of like bow his head and come around this way and goes around the owlbear.
Oh, I just like kind of click my tongue at it and like call it away from the
And it moves over towards you.
Yes, and I just give it like a scritch behind the ears. Now I'm like,
I scratch it too. I have good animal handling, so I scratch it. Yes.
And it like leans into you to the point where like you feel like it's totally just gonna like knock you over at some point.
Ma'am, just a hand on Nyx's back.
Yeah, and then I just give it like a good solid pat, and I'm like, good Owlbear, and then I just quickly follow the master.
And you so when you get to the doors, you see that there is another monk inside, and it's like, you know, it's doing some cleaning, some light work. And the master there just kind of pokes his head in. Would you give us some privacy, please? Yes, master. Yes, Master Zhentarim. Of course. And the other monk, you know, very bowing, very differently, walks out. Please come on inside if you will. I'd be happy to speak. Oh, why are there two bubbles?
Oh, I made one because I couldn't control the other one. The one by Ma'am
Okay.
is the correct one.
Yes, somehow the bubble and the Nyx got trapped together.
I noticed that.
All right, here we go. Can you control the other one? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. The owlbear seems to want to like follow you, but won't go inside. Mm-hmm.
I wish they didn't get so ferocious. They're so dang cute.
They are very cute, but they are ferocious for a reason. They live here, so you know.
Right. Of course.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the master kind of gestures you. Please come inside and shut the door. Which, of course, ma'am, you can't understand what he's saying.
I just say, I just like gesture to close the door after coming inside.
And Ma'am closes the door.
Varnock is not in there with you, but the stream wants to watch.
Yes.
Okay. So you do go in and you shut the door. And he says, Okay, I was not told you were coming. What is it that you plan to do here?
We were told to take a look around, and then also, I was being genuine that I have some training, but not a lot. I There's more movement on the other side, so we just.
See, in order for us to protect your monastery, F has ordered us here to train with you.
Yes.
Be equipped for any attacks from the outside.
I see.
Right.
Yes, it makes sense. We're training the other agents.
Mm-hmm. That's what F said.
Okay. Will you be full members or will you be training as guests?
And I look over to I slowly look over to Daruk, and I'm like, I might pass as a full member if you need me to, but I think they should be guests.
Yes. Is that possible?
Well, yes, of course. We can tell the other monks what we need to. They will believe us. It is fine.
Fantastic.
What is there something we should know of? Is there a threat? Is there something coming? We have heard nothing from the general.
No threats. Just
What's the name that he just said?
protocol.
The general.
The general. Well, there's. And I look at Naruk just like with an exasperated look, and then I look back at him, and I'm just like, I'm really not sure how. I know that time is different, and like things are moving at a different pace. There seems to be some issues with different gods in the material plane, and it's calmed down now, but it got a little dicey for a little bit. I'm not sure how much of that news traveled over here.
Yes, we were told of the fight for the ruin stone. It was correct.
Yes.
Oh yes, that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, we are aware, and we are aware that the folk band stopped Blix as well as Ularin from getting the stone.
Right.
I look over. I stand there and I'm like, yep, yes, they did.
Do we need to worry here? Is there?
No.
Just keep an eye on, the growth and everything. Like we don't know how the reflection works yet, like we're still figuring that out on, because like eventually the reflection disappears on this side, but not entirely sure how that's going to work out.
Does this concern us?
Well, we could always just keep an eye out and be vigilant, but for right now, I think everything's, well, not think, we know everything's okay right now. Seems that not very many people know, and that's exactly what we need. And I just look at Nuruk and I look back at him, and that's exactly what we need.
Precisely.
The less people that know, the better. Very good. Okay. Well, I can get you set up with our training attire. And he looks at Naruk and ma'am. It might take some time to provide some wraps in your size, but we should have them by the end of the day. In the meantime, we will let the other members know that you will be training with us for a short amount of time. They will not question you. You need not have any reason for this. But
has there been any pushback? Just curious. Or are we? Yeah. Or is everything's under control? Yes. No. There's only the people that need to know. No.
As far as I am aware, I would have liked to know that you were coming.
I'm so sorry about that. I thought, and I looked at Nuruk, there wasn't a message.
No. I did
No,
not get any message.
I'm sorry. There has been a struggle to get messages through too. I will make sure we report that when we get back, because we need to make sure messages go through. And I look at him and I'm like, we need to make sure messages go through.
Absolutely.
I like try.
Indeed. Well, I will complain on my end as well. So hopefully it does not happen again. I would have been prepared for your arrival otherwise.
Yep. So you said end of the day.
Yes, end of day for your larger friends. For you, we can get you wrapped immediately. I can bring you to your guest quarters.
Yep.
You can change into your wraps there. I might suggest that you just familiarize yourself with the monastery for today, and we will add you to the training schedule tomorrow.
Perfect.
I will not take it easy on any of you. You are here as monks, you will train and you will work as monks.
Oh, no.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
Good.
if we can't report to you, is there people?
To me? No, no. You will not report to me.
Got it.
You will continue to report as you have been.
Got it.
Wonderful. Yes, we will respect your martial art and learn the way of the monk.
Yes. Yes. Well, I do not know how long you will be here, but it will take much longer than a few days or weeks to learn the path of the Kenzai.
Nix is like trying to contain themselves right now. Just like, shit, what the fuck did we get into? And then and I look at ma'am and I look at the well, yes, let's get to the guest quarters and get changed and familiarize ourselves. The sooner the better, yes?
Yes, I agree. If you will, go ahead and exit, and I will bring you to the chambers.
And then I just like gesture to ma'am that we're gonna leave, like towards the door.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, actually, wait. I kind of stay back.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yes, Nix. I mean, we have come across much bigger challenges. What's a little bit of training, gonna hurt us?
What?
Is there something I'm missing? What was the thing about the messages? What was that about?
What?
He was mentioning like messages getting interfered with.
Oh yeah, that he didn't get any messages from the general or anybody about us arriving.
I see. Oh, okay. So that's where. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Nick. So, ma'am obviously didn't understand that whole conversation. But I imagine she was very intently watching the guy's body language, especially after seeing his smile drop back there. Would you let me like roll insight or something on him?
I would, absolutely.
Not that that's my strongest skill, but Bubble would have to have the roll for both ma'am and Bubble.
Oh, does Bubble have good insight also?
I don't know. It just gave me the option when it came up. Oh no, that's just sorry. It was giving me history for some reason. Oh, that was the one I never rolled earlier.
Oh, it must have been an old one.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
He seems really annoyed. Like he's affronted. He seems affronted. Like his body language is that of someone who feels disrespected.
Okay. Interesting. And if are we kind of like huddled alone for a moment?
Well, he's leading you to your quarters. You all get the impression that wherever he's leading you to would be a good place to have a little conversation among themselves.
Then Mam will hold off on sharing that.
And you know, your tokens are unlocked. You can kind of follow along. But he's going to bring you down the path. He brings you inside. As he steps inside, he just does a quick bow. He makes eye contact with the other, what you assume to be a master in the hall, and then heads along the side wall. And up. So you're all welcome to go inside. He's inside. Yep. And he's going up the right side.
Bubble. There we go.
And he points to the doorway there, just to the right of him. Through here to the north, there is a section up above here where you can make your arrangements and your quarters for now.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You will find wrappings that fit you in the side cupboard, and I will have one of the monks deliver larger wrappings. And she looks at Ma'am and for the two of you, and all the rest of your friends as well, who are here but are not showing on the map because they're not really here.
Awesome. Thank you very much, friend.
You are very welcome.
So,
and he says, to the north, you will find the eating chambers. The kitchen is to the northeast. You can find the general lounging area to the left, as well as the library. The graveyard is to the northeast, and you're welcome to roam around outside at your leisure.
beautiful.
And now that he has just told you exactly where everything is, we're going to open the map. So
as we're kind of walking through this like courtyard, do we see some weird little creatures in these trees?
You do. So Nyx gets very fond memories of these creatures, and the rest of you, this may be the first time that you've ever laid eyes on a tressum. Tressum. I'm not sure if any of you know what a tressum is, but they are small winged cat.
Oh my
Adorable.
goodness. It's like heavy nostalgia for Nyx. Like Nyx is like somewhat like relaxed, but also like keeping an eye out on like how people react to them being in the setting, and then also the fact that they just point like name dropped folk band and
Oh, yeah.
and,
Yeah, I made a
that we're
whole-
three folk within the
It's like the entire folk band, because I mean, you know, Zwasos is there, Captain Bane
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah,
Tootsie
the
is
fact
there.
that like all of us are there and they point blank name drop the folk band and we're just like, yeah.
That's when my heart kind of stopped for a second because I
Yeah,
totally
it did. That's
said
why
that-
like Nick's just like dead eyed
Right,
Daruk
'cause that
during that
was-
moment.
not. I don't know who that. Oh God, this is.
Yeah.
So I'm a little on edge because of that. So I'm just kind of like preoccupied a bit, but nothing bad has happened yet. So
Yep. And so you see him go back into the main area, and you hear a bunch of hi-ya.
oh, just a heads up. I have a hard stop at 2:30.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great point to kind of stop.
Yeah.
This gives you a chance to kind of catch everybody up when we start again on our next session.
That's true. Indeed.
Bubble is very excitedly fluttering around this tressum, investigating this new creature.
Okay. The Tressum is completely ignoring his presence.
I'm just gonna sit here.
Also, Has anybody else seen The Fifth Element?
Yes.
All I
love
could
that
think
movie.
when Nuruk was holding up the pass was Lilu, multi-pass.
Multi-pass.
I never
Yes, he's got a multi-pass. That's fine. And that's Nick's. Yeah, multi-pass. You're fine. Yeah, put that away.
Great movie. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it.
I've heard many
Yeah, one
things
of my
about it.
favorites. That is a fantastic movie. All right, so we'll call it here. I'm gonna go ahead
Cool.
and stop the stream.